Therefore, one must be in subjection, not only to avoid God's wrath, but also for the sake of conscience. For because of this, you also pay taxes. For the authorities are ministers of God, attending to this very thing. Pay to what is pay to all what is owed to them. Taxes to whom taxes are owed, revenue to whom revenue is owed, and those respect to whom respect is owed, honor to whom honor is owed. Hey, Jimmy, come here. Jimmy, come on. Come up here. Come on. I have my dog inside here with us this morning, working on that doggy cam. Anyway, Jimmy, come here. Come here, girl. Okay. Keep where I can see you. All right. So we have this clear indication here within Romans chapter 13, right? Of the role of government instituted by God. All right. So in the efforts of war, right, we see God using governments as instruments of judgment, right? And this has happened throughout all of recorded time. Government is being used by God as instruments of wrath or judgment, right? The Romans went in and destroyed Jerusalem in 70 AD. That was judgment from God on the Jews, right? We saw that happen with the Assyrians as they went into northern Israel, the 10 tribes of Israel, right? Also ordained by God, judgment has been given. We saw that with Babylon as they went into Judea and subjugated the other two tribes, Judea and Benjamin, right, under the rule of Babylon. And so we've seen these play out throughout history. That's no different than today. So your response as a Christian to the killing of people who are lost should be mourning, right? We should mourn those who have lost, that we have lost, either Jew or Iranian, if they died without Jesus Christ, because not only do they suffer one death, they suffer two deaths, right? A death in hell, eternity, and wrath, right? We should mourn those who do not know Jesus Christ and those who have not been saved by Christ, right? Our mission as individual Christians, our mission as the church is to reach those for the gospel, not to bring war, right? But the government can bring war. The government can, on behalf of the Lord, delivering judgment, right? So if you are an entity of the government, right, there is a very not blurred line, I would say. No, there's a line there, right? You're an individual Christian. You can still mourn, but if you work for the state, right, you work for the government, you are still to fulfill the roles of the government, right? So this is, as soldiers are out on the battlefields and they engage with the other side and they end up, taking life. How do you internalize that as a Christian, right? Because it's, we're told not to murder, right? Thou shalt not murder. Shouldn't murder, right? How do we internalize that as a Christian? Well, if you are working on behalf of a government, right? The government has the authority to, the Lord has the ability to use governments to bring judgment, right? So it's one of those things where how do we wrap our heads around these things and how do we make them fit is where people kind of struggle with.